The start list here just of the K2 Men's 500-meter semi-final one. Some athletes from this have gone directly through from the heat. There was 3 heats earlier, so we have 2 semi-finals directly through. Earlier was the Slovakian K2 and the Russian K2. It's actually the Russian 200-meter crew that won that 500 heat earlier this morning. Yuri Posterguy and Alexander Dyshenko, the 2012
well, speaking to them,
Olympic champions.
Their team was, they said, well, we're going to go out for this and we're going to just have a start. And they did the first 100 metres and they said, oh, this is going well, let's do another 100 metres. And apparently they've came down to the halfway and they said, okay, let's go and finish it.
Yeah, they're very dominant, very powerful. Good time as well, at 1:32 earlier this morning. See the Finnish crew in shot there. Ario Silvaria and Antti Lorikkanen. Swiss team in shot there, lane 8. Stefan Domyashin and Andrei Sumater.
Tomorrow, Fabio Vis is going to be joining me in the morning for the commentary, so we'll certainly hear about his thoughts on how this went, and Armenia have a team in it as well. Again, this is not an Olympic event, so there's a few athletes here who are not household names.
No, we just see in shot there we have... sorry, they're just gone out of picture there on us. Tajikistan there, lane 2. Maxim Bondar and Igor Dorfiev. Another crew using the Cinco K2.
Have you tried it?
No, I tried a Cinco K1 all right there just briefly one time, but I haven't had much time to do it since. It's comfortable. The time I was in it, it was a brief 15-minute just spinning it, but yeah, I think, look, it's not slowing anyone down. Times aren't any slower. It's a good boat. I believe the stability, some people say the balance is easier than the Quattro, but everyone to their own, you know, everyone has different preferences. They like the different feel of how a boat moves and twitches in the water, how it accelerates. Also depends on the weather conditions as well, prevailing winds from the front, the back or the side.
So we're
under starter's orders here, Matt. He's holding them quite a while there. Someone mustn't be coming forward. Oh, and we're off this time. Very strong start by the Belarusians there. Taras Valko and Vadim Makinu, another well-known name.
long time.
Olympic
champion, push it out
world champion. They're sitting in the back of that. Huge man, almost 2 meters tall.
Saw him over lunch and they can put back some food as well.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. There'll be a huge end in the back of that K2 there. Taken out quite strongly there, but they're also being challenged though, the far side. Seems to be the Hungarians, David Herrick and Tamás Soric, lane 4.
The Slovakia not out of it yet. It looks like the Hungarians are taking it through with upping the pace a little bit. As you can see, they're ahead by quite a bit from Belarus as we speak.
Yeah, these guys are almost a length ahead of the Belarusians.
175 meters to go.
Quite a battle for that third place. There's a battle between Slovakia there and I think Chinese Taipei are pretty close to it.
We're coming into the last 100 meters now. It's the first 3 that go through to the final, so they might well to back off the pedal a bit.
Slovakia found an extra gear there to guarantee themselves in one of those top 3 qualifications for the A final. So it seems to be Hungary, Belarus and Slovakia to the A final, and 3 to 6 for the B final. Seems to be Chinese Taipei, followed by Finland, and possibly the Swiss team. I think they're in lane 8.
Well, Hungary looked very impressive there, slowing up a little bit in the last 50 meters. They knew they had the victory, as we said. The first 3 go through to the final, and that's Hungary from Belarus from Slovakia.
Yeah. We'll have a look at this time here now and see how it compares to the K1 times. There we go. Hungary came down 1:30.9. Yeah, very good time there. Small little crosswind still there, Matt, and the flag's just in front of us, but nothing that's slowing the times down too dramatically. With the front 3 boats there, were all in control. The Hungarians dominated it, and Belarus held on for second, and the Slovakians then as well got their 3rd place into that final.
Well, it's the first of 3 semis out the way. First 3 go directly to the final 22, 23-year-old taking the victory. It just shows the strength in depth from Hungary. It's just coming through and through and through without stopping.
So I actually stand corrected. There was no one went straight through this morning, obviously from the heats there, because I see here in our next semi-final there
well, this is the result of the last semi-final. Hungary take from Belarus, take it from Slovakia. K2 500 men, second semi-final. Postuge and Diachenko. It's Friday afternoon. It's so many races. We do occasionally have a little confusion here, but it's great that we were wrong because we actually get to see them again.
Yeah, these guys will definitely show again. Similar to Tom Leipzig, I'd be expecting them to take it out hard and settle and control it then from there to the finish. They are the 2012 Olympic champions over the 200-meter distance.
Well, in our picture we have, well, we just have them in our picture now.
Red boat there, lane 5.
Won their heat in the K2 200. Yeah, that was the same heat as you, I believe. Was it? Yesterday, that was the same heat as you in the K2.
They were in my heat there yesterday, yeah.
So sometime you might have been leading them.
Oh God, I wish I had their speed and strength over that shorter distance. All right, Dave.
Alexander Diachenko has been struggling with his back for the last year or so. I hear that it's not bad at the moment. And Yuri Poskure is going in the K1 500 meters, so they're still playing around. But it looks like their confidence is back. In the K2 200 meters in their heats, they actually beat Ryan Leibischer.
Yeah, they're in the A final on Sunday morning, the K2 200 meter A final. They were very strong again in the semi-final stage there yesterday. There's no question about it. That's why they are the Olympic champions from 2012. So
Marcus Walsh in your picture there with who was he? Diego Kosgaya. Marcus Walsh obviously had some good results here last year. Yeah. Well, not here, but in the Worlds last year. Greece got a good team out. Vidalis and Antonio.
Dimitros, yeah. Egyptian crew in lane 9 here. They're just coming into the last 10 meters before the start line.
So it's really interesting to see how much the Russians want this, because I stressed this morning when I was speaking to their coaching team, they said they just went out to have a bit of a practice and decided to keep going.
Yeah, I was quite surprised myself that they were doing it when I saw them lining up, because as you said, they're racing the K2 200 meters. Yuri Postrogoi, the athlete in the front, is also racing the K1 200 meters, and he had his heat this morning, and now since then he's had a heat for this race, and now he is a semi-final.
Well, we'll see what happens. 50% chance that they pull up.
There'll be 1 to 3 again to the A final, 4 to 6 to the B final. I think it's definitely going to be, the Russians are going to be in that top 3, and it'll be close, possibly with the Spanish, Estonia, Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan challenging for the 2nd and 3rd. As you can see, the Russians again accelerate.
Well, they're practicing their start, or are they going to go for it? But it looks like lane number
Spanish aren't letting them away though, Matt. Spanish are going with them. They want to make sure they're in that top 3. They don't want to leave anything to chance in the last few meters.
Now look out for Estonia with Kasper Sulsetano Tutsi, who've been around forever.
You can see the Russians there slow their frequency down there. The stroke rate has dropped. They're in control.
It's dramatic, isn't it, what they're doing there? They're controlling without really...
Get the boat up to speed, shut it down, control it. Be as smooth and efficient as you can. Boat looks very good there.
Well, Spain have now taken it over with Marcus Walsh and Diego Kosgaya have taken it up. It'll be interesting to see if lane number 5, the Russians, have the motivation to fight for this place for the final.
Yeah, just the far side, the Russians there, the Kazakhstani athletes there, they're also closing in there. They're almost half a boat length down on the Russians. They're trying to keep ahead of the Estonian athletes there in lane 6, so they can be in the top 3 and make that A final. The Estonians in 4th currently.
Well, no doubt about who's going to win. Going to be,
and the Russians have found another gear.
Russian decided to go for it just to make sure they go to the final. They're coming back. Spain going to win it in lane number 7 from Russia.
And the Russians are just showing they're out for a walk.
As a training run.
Unfortunately for the other athletes who are behind them there, that can be quite demoralising. But then again, they are 200-metre specialists, so they have proved they do have endurance too to get themselves over the 500 into that A final.
It looks like, well, we're seeing Spain first, Kazakhstan second, and Russia third.
Good shot there, Marcus Waltz and Diego Cascaya.
Spain
1:29. Good time, I think just over a second faster than the first semi-final that we had.
Russia 1 minute 31 and 16. Estonia 1 minute 52:29. Slovenia 1 minute 33:64. Uzbekistan 1 minute 33:73.
Kazakhstan just pipped the Russian on the line there for that second position, but it doesn't matter, it's not on time, that third place, it's position.
Well,
so
it was the fastest time we've seen so far, and Spain take the victory from Kazakhstan and Russia. They're the three teams that are going to go in the final. Last semi-final to go of the K2 500 meters, coming to you live on the side of the Idris Scala Regatta course for the 2015 Sprint Canoe World Championships. And the lineup for the last semi-final, we have the newcomers, which is Wallace and Tame, which have given us a lot of entertainment so far this season.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. We all know about Kenny's 500-metre results in the past there. He was the Beijing 2008 Olympic champion over 500 metres. Lachlan Tame, formerly a 200-metre paddler until last year, and now he's suddenly stretched himself up to 5 times the distance in the K2 with Kenny over the 1,000 metres, but has proved his own there, had some tremendous results there. I think he was second last year at the World Champs.
And looked like they enjoy even the painful moments.
Yeah. As Lucky says himself, I got your back, Kenny, so.
The ultimate die for your mates.
Yeah.
And we see Italy in your picture. It's Mauro Prafolini and Mauro Crena, who will have a bit of crowd support.
Yeah, the home support here for the Italian K2.
Lane number 6, so we're just on this side of the majority of the spectators, well, pretty much all the spectators, because the other people on the other side of the bank are sunbathing. The spectators here are just, well, it's quite a way out, in fact. It's about 40 metres from bankside on lane number 9.
Yeah.
Are you conscious that you're a long way away from the edge?
No, you're not that far. It looks further than it is here, but you are quite close. And lining up yesterday in our semi-final was lane 8, so you can hear the crowd, and you can hear the music and everyone either banging their drums or playing the trumps or ringing their cowbells here. So it is quite motivating. There's a good atmosphere here in the crowd.
Tahiti in the picture, Teva Mura, Taroe, Tahiti. And lane number 2 for Thailand. Morocco, so it's a truly international field. Indonesia, Thailand, Serbia, Australia, Germany, Italy, Singapore, Morocco, Tahiti. Yeah. It's not an Olympic event, so we're not really going to talk about Olympic quotas, but that is the name of the game for 12 disciplines over the next 2 days.
Yeah, tomorrow and Sunday, that's what it all boils down to for the athletes there in those Olympic distances. The men's 1,000 and 200 metres and the women's 500 metres and 200 metres. But just in front of us here we have the third and final semi-final of the men's K2 500 metres for the 2015 World Championships here at Lake Idroscalo in Milan. Just in shot the local guys there, the Italians, lane 6, Mauro Profriani and Mauro Crena.
Well, I hear the sound quality is back, which is good news. It's the voice of Pete Egan, which is good. We just have to say a quick word to your manager, your advisor, and your father. He's Tom Egan, who's 66 years old today.
Oh yeah, he won't be too happy about me announcing that. But happy birthday to your dad there, Tom Egan. And we're off here at the Italians.
Lane number 6 in really looking to take it out fast.
Yeah.
But with Kenny and Lockie, the white boat, also lane number 4, they've looked as fast up. They have the fastest finish. That's going to be frightening.
Yeah, they've taken it out hard there. They're not going to risk anything coming down to the final stages of this. They don't want to have to overdo it. They've got the K2 1,000-meter A final tomorrow, which is also down for Olympic qualification. So they're looking good there.
That's them in the picture there. Coming through, Lockie, obviously a surf ski champion, and coming with 200 meters to go. They're looking very strong.
Very strong. 43 seconds for the first 250. They seem to be about a boat length clear of second place.
Tightening up slightly between second and third members. The first three that go through.
First three to go through. The Italians seem to be in third. The Serbians seem to be fighting for second.
But the Germans have Germany coming back.
Germans are launching an attack here. Can the homeboys, the Italians, hang on for third?
Last 60 meters. Australia pulling ahead. Bottom of the picture, Italy really getting to second place. It's all about who's going to get the second and third place.
It seems to be the Germans have got second, and maybe the Italians just ahead of the Serbians. Yes, they've made the A final. I think they will be happy. The home crowd here for them.
But you've called it. It's Australia go through in style. Second is Italy, hence the crowd, lots of polite applause. And Germany reserved first pass of the race, but they were fourth in the first half, and they suddenly decided to push it forward.
Wallace and Tame there in shot there.
Tame's record with Wallace is absolutely staggering.
Yeah,
they've only done a half a dozen races, but everyone's been first or second, I believe so.
Yeah, no, they work really well. Since they started last summer there together, they've just gelled.
Well, we've just seen that Italy have officially taken the second place, which is good for everyone. Well, that's it. We have the 9 finalists now for the K2 500 meters.
That's it. In shot there. Kenny and Lockie dominant there. Both length ahead of second place. Germans seem to have snuck in for second, and the Italians held on to third, and the poor Serbs were pushed out into the fourth, so they'll have to settle for the B final.
Cutting each other off. The final is going to be Hungary, Slovakia, Belarus, Kazakhstan, Russia, Spain, Australia, Germany, and Italy. So some naval nations there. Well, here we go. It's confirmation of the result in 1:29, and Germany given second, but it doesn't really matter over the Italians.